Hello and welcome 11 Commerce students. Today in this class I am going to continue with the basics of accounting. Now different topics we have discussed regarding this from this chapter basics of accounting. Today I will also discuss some of the topics. The first topic that I am going to discuss today is what is an account. What is an account? Now account is a statement where different transactions are recorded. So it is actually a statement of an individual item where the transactions or events with respect to a particular cause are accumulated and summarized with respect to a particular accounting period. It is a statement which is used to convey the information of transaction. Suppose any transaction takes place, so that information of that particular transaction we can get from an individual account. So it is a statement. So now we come to the next thing of today's topic, that is double entry system. What is double entry system? Double entry system. Double entry system means every transaction must have a dual entry concept. Every transaction must have a twofold or dual aspect. There is a dual aspect of every transaction, and that is the concept of double entry system. Every transaction must have a debit and a credit, and the debit item must be equal to the credit thing. This is the main concept of double entry system, which was first introduced by Luca Pacioli. It was first introduced by Luca Pacioli. First originated by Luca Pacioli in 1494. According to him, every transaction has a twofold or dual aspect that is expressed by debit and credit, and this debit aspect is always equal to the credit aspect. This is the concept of double entry system. Now we come to the next thing or next topic of today, that is accounts or types of accounts. Previously we have discussed what is an account, and now we will directly discuss types of accounts. What are the different types of accounts? Now there are two types of account mainly. If we broadly classify this account, we can get two types of account. One is personal account and the other one is impersonal account. One is personal account and the other one is impersonal account. Now this impersonal account has again two subdivisions. Number one is, this can again be subdivided. One is real account and the other one is nominal account. So basically we have three divisions. If we see there are three divisions. If we see it in a broad classification, so there are three divisions. One is personal account and the other one is real and nominal among the impersonal account. So if we broadly classify that there are three, then we can see that there are three types of accounts: personal, real and nominal. Personal account, real account and nominal account. Now one by one I am going to explain to you what are the examples of these three accounts. First we come to the personal account. First classification, personal account. Personal account means any account which is subjected to, or any account related to any person or any institution. Any person or any institution. Say suppose Mr. Sen, Mr. Das, Mr. Mukherjee, Vidya Bhavan High School account. So all these accounts are related to any person or any institution. Any person or any institution. All the transaction entered here are related to any particular person or institution or firm. So this belongs to personal account. Any kind of natural person it can be, say Mr. Roy, or any kind of artificial person. Artificial person means any school or any kind of bank, if any bank, or any kind of club. All these belongs to personal account, related to any kind of person or any kind of institution. Now we move to the second, that is the different to impersonal account. Now personal account is over and we are moving to impersonal account. Impersonal account, I told you that there are two types of impersonal account. One is real account and the other one is nominal account. Suppose first is real account. Now what will come under this real account? The accounts where the transactions are related to any kind of properties or possessions. Again I tell you, the account where everything is related to some property or possession, that belongs to this real account. For example, machinery, building, all these are categorized under real account. For example, furniture, building, furniture, these are property. Building, machinery, all these are real account. All these belongs to real account. Now comes the nominal account. Now comes the nominal account. Now under nominal account, the accounts in which the transactions relating to incomes, gains, expenses and losses, all these will come under the category nominal account. So any kind of income or expenses or gains or losses, all these will come under nominal account, such as income, such as discount received, commission paid, interest received, or salary paid. All these are parts of nominal account. All these are parts of nominal account. So now we come to the next thing, that is golden rules of accounting. Now we come to the next thing, that is golden rules of accounting. Under this golden rules of accounting, three things are there. Under this golden rules of accounting, three rules are there under this golden rule, which is to be followed in the double entry system. That is the golden rules of accounting. Golden rules of accounting. What are those? Three rules are there. One is for personal account, one is for real account, and the other one is for nominal account. Now what are those rules followed? For debit and credit, under personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here under a real account, what comes in debit, what goes out credit. What comes in debit, what comes in debit, and what goes out credit. What goes out credit. Then comes nominal account. Expenses and losses are debit, and incomes and gains are credit. So this is the golden rules. Today I have just started. I have just written the golden rules in details to you. In my next class I am going to explain these golden rules to you properly, in details. Today you take a snapshot of this and repeatedly watch the video. Also, I will provide the PDF along with this video. Please see the description box and click the link to get the PDF where I will provide all the definitions and the golden rules. And this golden rule I have just started in this class. In my next class I am going to discuss about this topic. I am going to explain this golden rules to you. So wait till my next video. Till then, goodbye.